What's going on, guys? So today on this Shoky Power Rangers review, it'll kind of be a quickie. We're going to look at the new Lightning Collection In Space Psycho Ranger 5-pack. Now this is an Amazon exclusive, and as soon as I heard about it, I went and bought it. It's not cheap, it's $100, but for 5 $20 figures plus a bunch of accessories, it's pretty much worth it. And for the first time ever, we get all 5 Psycho Rangers. And of course, if you are unlike me and you actually got the one from the Hasbro Pulse, you would have the 6th Psycho Ranger, the real one. Still waiting to find out if I'll get that. So across the front, we've got all 5 Rangers there. Looks pretty cool. Hasbro logo over here in the corner. Down here, just different stuff. Box here, ages 4+. I'm in the middle of that. And then we turn it around and we got black, pink, red, yellow, blue. Pretty cool. And this is in kind of a shoebox. It is an actual, more or less like a collector's box, so I'm not going to get rid of this. At least not the whole thing. So we peel off the lid. And if you watch the In the Kitchen video where I got this, well, you got to see this already for the most part. Okay, so my lighting is not 100% helpful. I'm probably going to have to change things up a little bit as we go here. Okay, so we got black, we got yellow, red, blue, pink, and all their accompanying accessories. So I'm going to skip the removing, like I have been doing, you know, with all the plastic birthing process and stuff, because some things are so intertwined, like the way the staff here is plugged in, stuff like that. So I want to be careful offloading this stuff. So we'll be right back. Okay, so let's start by going over accessories, and we'll go over the accessories that is sort of meant for all of the Rangers in a way. So each one of them has a right hand that shoots electricity. These are, of course, made out of nothing but translucent, and half of them share the same mold from what I can tell. Okay, and I can't tell offhand. I have to look up, no pun intended. I have to look at them a little closer. I think this one is an individual mold. Yeah, because this one and this one are the same, and this one and this one are the same. And I think, I could be wrong, I think these two are for the girls, because as I discovered while I was looking at the fists they come with, you get 2 different size fists. So you get a left hand fist and a right hand electricity shooty thing, and they'll use those just fine regardless of body type. And then we get into the individual kind of weapons. So we have Red's sword here. Looks weird. It's got the Psycho emblem at the end with a little bit of sprayed silver, kind of a red teardrop effect with some black paint going on there, and then actually a cool spiral guard that spins around, which I didn't expect. And then, of course, obligatory stupid effect. And you can hold it, and you know, despite me really not liking this effect, it actually fits on the blade really well, unlike, say, like the one that comes with Old Lord Zed. It's the same exact lightning effect, but this one's a little bit tighter and also kind of shinier. And for yellow, well, we have a kind of a previous, like a thing that we got before with the Green Ranger. Was it Green Ranger? Who was it? Who came with this? Like, I don't remember. Somebody came with this dumb effect. So it's got a little cutout here. And being yellow, I thought maybe it went too yellow. And she comes with this interesting, like, little blaster thing. Got like little wings. I really don't remember this much. So probably molded in black, silver paint, tiny little bit of gold paint there on a Psycho logo there. And she'll hold it fine. Though, like, without a trigger finger, it's a little weird. Like, it's a gun with a trigger hole, but she does not actually have a finger designed to go in said trigger hole, so it's kind of pointless. Like, I'd rather cut that out a little bit to go in there, and then the effect, I guess, in theory, could go on any number of the other weapons that have a kind of slot there, because I don't think this is really going to work for her gun, but you know, it's yellow, so I associated it. to her. I really don't like these silly effects from the Hasbro. Next up, we have the staff from the Black Ranger, and well, got some nice silver paint down here. Big long handles. Got, oh, it actually has the Psycho logo right there. And then all this area down here, all painted in swirly and silver. Though I could have sworn there should have been a bit of a gap there, but it's okay. You know, I mean, it's just a staff. Now, I don't know if these weapons were all meant to be specifically related to the In-Space Rangers, like adapting their weapons. Yeah, because obviously it's not like Mighty Morphin in particular, you know? Ooh, I just realized how dirty that was. But let's look at it. And there he goes. He can hold it like a mop. Kind of want him holding it in more of a threatening manner, but it's not really doing it. But it's basically how I have my previous Black Ranger. And I'll do that comparison here in a bit after we get done with all the accessories. And we get some familiar stuff here. So Pink Ranger has a bow and has a very familiar effect. Of course, we've seen this with Ranger Slayer and normal Pink. No solid arrows, but one thing that's interesting about this bow, it's the first one so far that's given us an actual string. I do dig the design of it with the pink and the black wrapping around with the Psycho design there, and I'm trying to figure out, that looks like a lightning bolt, looks like it's on purpose. And it even has some detail on the other side. And then the fact that that actually clips in is cool. Though I'm not sure which way she's supposed to hold this. This almost looks like left-handed. Or right-handed. I don't know. I'll have to look at the box. And she will hold it just fine. But like I said, it looks like it's meant to be a left-handed bow because the arrow goes on the inside, or she's shooting it upside down. It's a little weird. Unless it's not meant for clipping on there. That's just kind of what I did. I did that with Ranger Slayer too. It could also be that it's meant to clip here, which is also doable. And then you could switch up the hands a little bit better. Let's see here. Still shooting real low though, like that's below the hand, so that really doesn't make sense. And the pink paint is 100% peeling off, so guess what I'm not gonna spend a lot of time messing with. So I'm just gonna call that a left-handed bow. She's evil after all. She's like the reverse. Yeah, that paint is just peeling off instantly. Look at that, just from gripping it. That's crazy. So some QC issues there, but you know, pink is not an easy color to paint, much like yellow. So it just, if I even bother with the effect, I might not in display purposes. I'd just leave it off and just have the bow in her hands like that, since it's just flaking off bad anyways. And then last we have Blue's weird little twisty axe. So it's pretty interesting, just mostly silver, black, Psycho symbol. There, it's mirrored. The silver isn't great, if we're honest. I don't know if that's just rubbed off. It looks like it could have been. The blue's okay, but a screw detail down here on a pommel. And he holds that fine. And once again, that's another one we're going to have to compare. So let's just go ahead and do the comparisons now. Okay, so aside from the obvious height difference, one thing I'm definitely noticing is there's a little bit more going on in the Hasbro design. They're not as smooth. I don't know whether or not that's on purpose, but let's see. Let's start over here. I could have just done these one-on-one. I don't know why I didn't. But with the blue here, you can see there's almost like a leathery look to the chest, whereas these are very smooth. And then the inside, like ribbed section on the arms there, just looks a little cleaner. This looks more like an actual leather bodysuit. This looks more like armor made of something. Also, massive color difference. This is a much paler blue than this. This is much more bold. I feel like this is a bit closer. Detail-wise, mostly the same, except this knee guard is a whole separate piece, which I actually like this better than having it here and then having an exposed knee joint there. The kind of round buttony things. They're super different here on the crotch. These are mostly focused in the middle. These are spread out. I don't know what I'm hearing. The side skirts and stuff are molded very differently on the Hasbro. Also soft plastic. This is all molded to the body. Ooh, we got some blue stripes back here on the butt. And the color wraps all the way around. I feel like that's a mistake that should have been a thing. Then we have the silver nodules here, a bit better than on the Hasbro. The head sculpt, I'm at a toss-up here. I kind of like the Bandai one better. Like, the mouth is bigger here. It's more focused here. The ears and everything are a little bit different. This one has a clippy, like it's the side of a helmet, sort of. And the eye shape is sharper here and more rounded here. I don't know. Also, the weapons, while similar molds, this one is super soft plastic, which sucks. This one is harder plastic, which is good. I feel like the Bandai is cleaner when it comes to the, like, knuckle dusters and things like that. Those details are way cleaner versus the Hasbro version. No, I like this like more baby blue a little bit better than straight blue. So let's look at the black, and we'll see very similar details. So the sculpts are all the same between them as far as I can tell. I don't see any marked differences. The gold is 100% cleaner on the Bandai. It looks a little sketchy here on the Hasbro. Also super glossy, and then the different finish to the chest, barely glossy to flat leathery look on this. This looks like a bat suit, let's just be honest here. The belt is cleaner on these guys. Just, I don't know, something about the smooth look of these, mind the dust obviously, it's just a bit better in my opinion. And like having the, I don't know, I'm torn between the side skirts, which one's better or not. I do feel like this ribbing looks better on these guys. And a split in the color there is better. And then as for the weapon, you know, they're virtually identical, except this is a much softer rubbery plastic. Sucks and got a lot of bend to it. But for the most part, same exact thing. I don't see any other real details that are different. And then good old Red. And by the way, this is the second release of the Red Psycho, because of course he came with the Red Lost Galaxy. And, you know, same kind of differences here. This Red is a heck of a lot more brilliant. It's more like a Ferrari. This is more like a Ford, if I'm honest. And it's just kind of the same. It's just like the Bandai is a lot cleaner, a lot smoother, though the sword is kind of inverted for the Hasbro. You know, the silver touch at the top is nice. The fact that it's matte instead of gloss is weird. The just center red drip is slightly better here, but I guess this might be more accurate. But I give it to them with the handle being totally better. This looks very phallic and weird. It does have the twisty shape to it, but this actually has the thing. This one also has, oh, there's something that's different between these. So these have the morpher, or belt at least, that has the body color around it. That looks so much better than the black. So it's like, it's somewhere in between would have been nicer. I really do appreciate this red better. These look more proportioned. These actually look like a bat suit, so to speak. I don't know how to say that. I thought it looked like they were wearing some kind of weird like flowery kind of get up. But I still think in the end these look better. These probably function better. And as for which one's more accurate, I don't know off the top of my head. Alright, so there are all 5 Psychos. Now I didn't go over articulation and stuff because it's basically the same as virtually all the Rangers, though I did note while just getting them posed, I was having issues with a lot of their feet, which is ironic because that seems to be like the main Bandai problem. Also, just getting their arms in certain positions, they're very stiff. I know that. Let me see if I can fix Black's foot here. It's a little wonky. I don't know if that made it any better. So, I mean, It's funny to see that the Hasbros have some of the same exact issues that the Bandais have, but also they already did better than Bandai by giving us the two female ones. And I like the fact that they're not the exact same mold. So if you wanted pink and yellow, the only way you were getting it is to get it from a couple guys who've customized them online, and you were basically just getting repainted male ones. You weren't ever going to get a smaller, slightly remold or slightly changed mold of a female. But they do look really good. I am happy to have them. I do want the Psycho Green. I really hope it comes. They have not refunded my money yet, so hopefully they'll send it back due to that weird mistake via FedEx. But it's a good looking set at very least. Now I don't know what to do with my old ones. It's kind of a sad thing. I do think they come with superfluous effect parts that I don't think anybody's really going to use. So like the lightning fingers, while they're cool, they're limited to just one hand, you know. So if you want them to be right-handed with holding their weapons, you got to do what you got to do. Now for yellow, I did cut the trigger guard to allow her finger to pass through like she's really holding it. So that works out a little bit better, but for the most part, really cool set. I do like it. Now we just need to get their monstrous forms, and then Pink when she comes back in Lost Galaxy with her with that sword of whatever and kills Hendrix. So that'd be really cool. So guys, let me know what you think. Worth it? Not worth it? Are you happy that we finally got all the Psychos? You know, silver doesn't exist. It might be another exclusive. I know green was technically an exclusive, so. But I'll catch you guys on the next one, and remember, as always, keep on nerding.